So what people experience is often quite frightening at times. Sometimes it's enlightening. Sometimes voices can be protective. Sometimes voices can be supportive. And sometimes they can be right pain in the ass. And that's okay. You know, you take the good with the bad. It's like any relationship. You take the good with the bad with people. It's the same with voices. So, what people come to understand is when they've been to a Hearing Voices group a few times is that actually, if you reach out to those experiences or reach out to those voices and start some kind of communication with them, you can actually end up with an understanding of what the voice is there for. Because everything has a reason, surely, you know. So let's unpack what that voice is doing for you. What are the positives about it? What are the negatives about it? When is it the worst? When is it best? What are you doing at the time? There's all kinds of different variables that you need to think about. And when you've realized that actually when I'm doing this, they're really bad. And when I'm doing this, often gaming or something like that, that takes all your full attention, you're left alone. So it's really worth the Hearing Voices groups, gives you an opportunity to unpack your experience. And we even have people who say, you know, I have some good voices, and they tell the bad voices off. And for me, I've got to a stage where I can say to my voices, hey, I'm working today. So if you have any issues, come back to me. It's at 5:30 because, I'll be off work then. And we have a conversation and they air their concerns quite often. And I'm like, don't think that's a concern. I've got it all under control. No need to worry. And it's like when people first come to the Hearing Voices group, they often feel controlled. They feel like they're a victim of their experience and they don't have any control or power over their experience. So what we need to do is to show them the way to start to take control of their recovery journey and start to take control of their experience. And once they have done some of the readings that we provide and have had the opportunity to talk about their experience, suddenly they're not so much a victim anymore and they start to take some control. Because some of them, they come along and they say, I can't work. I'm too overwhelmed with my experience and I can't work. I can't go to the gym. I can't do anything. And, I've got it 24/7. And over the weeks of them coming, they'll start to say, actually, I had a bit of a break the other day and I was doing this activity and I noticed I had a break. So it's about noticing these things. And we've had people come out the other side of going to a Hearing Voices group for some time and then saying, actually, I'm going to work. I'm ready. And, my voices I run my life now and my voices don't run my life now. When we talk about hearing voices, we include people's visions and because culturally, people have different experiences. So sometimes it's about ideas that other people don't have and, believing on concepts that other people don't believe in and touch and smell and taste and all of those kinds of experience. So we include anyone who's just having an alternative kind of experience, and that's pretty cool. 1 in 10 people will have voice hearing or some kind of experience in their lives at some stage, often after grief, often that's the case, but many reasons. And only a third of those people actually come to the attention of mental health services. So only a third actually need some help with it. And so I'm a firm believer in not labeling people. I don't think labels help.
I agree.
They don't help with me.
No.
They they put you in a box.
That's right.
And everyone is so different. Yes, we come together with a shared experience, but all our experiences are different. And I don't believe you can put people in boxes. And we don't discuss diagnosis. We don't discuss medication, really. We don't discuss symptoms or anything. You know, we don't use that language at all. We just discuss people and their experiences. So, and every now and then someone says, but I've got schizophrenia. And I'm like, we all have those, you know, we all have those labels, but we don't talk about that here. You know, it's not important. It doesn't describe you as a person. It really doesn't. So we kind of park that quite quickly. And I think that, you know, sometimes I see people being put on multiple medications and then wondering why they're not functioning very well when they've gone, you know, 5 or 6 different combinations of medications, and who knows what that does to a person. I mean, I still take medication, but just enough to function and do what I need to do in life, and that works for me. And I'm very, very lucky with what I've been through. And I'm doing an Auckland training on Hearing Voices group facilitated training. Adrienne Gacon's going to support me with that, and I'm really looking forward to that. And who knows where that'll lead. So they need to join the Hearing Voices Facebook page, and on the Facebook page, that's where we advertise anything that's happening or coming up. And as a result of the training tomorrow, we're hoping that we'll get a group in Whangarei. We're hoping to get some more groups in Auckland. At the moment, Deborah Lampshire is doing a few groups, 1 or 2 groups. So she's obviously the mother of the Hearing Voices movement in New Zealand.